So I'm working on resealing this swivel valve that we took out of the JLG, and if you guys can't see good, I apologize. It's a bright day and there's not a good place to really go. So this now that's out, I'm gonna go through each of these fittings. These are all JIC fittings, so they don't take O-rings on the fit-in face, of course, but they all have O-rings on the fit-in itself down here in the threads. So I'm gonna go through and replace every O-ring on this whole valve. I mean, if I'm gonna take it apart and do a rebuild on it, I'm gonna do the whole thing. And then what I'll do is also taking these out, I'll be able to clean all the ports out really well. I'm not sure if I have a hone that'll fit the bore of this valve, the swivel valve, but if I do, I'll probably run a, it doesn't look terrible, and just see where the old seals are sitting. I don't see any pit in or anything, but if I do have a hone, I'll probably run it through just to freshen the surface all up, or I'll just take some emery, at least take some emery and just lightly polish that up. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seals separating the spool there. So let me make sure I have 6 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes. And then 6 of the seals that go underneath. And then it looks like they're using these O-rings for here. Slightly different. Like I said, slightly different than the And then I'll also polish this up as well. With these big ones here, this fit-in will rotate in this nut here, so you want to make sure, so you're not fighting it when you put it on the machine. You want to make sure that you clock it, you know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that it goes at the same, you clock it at the same angle that you took it off. So, you know, you want it to be clocked right, because these are big hoses coming in here and you're not going to get a lot of flex in them. So you want to make sure that you got that correct. So the only difference with these big ones is, of course, they're going to be a lot tighter, and you have to make sure you clock them back to where they were. This one, of course, all your straight fit-ins, of course, you don't need to worry about it. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Guess I'll show you one of these big ones real quick. So let's see how that spins. That spins up, and then you can spin this guy off. And then there's your O-ring in there. So it went from bright sunny day to the wind started blowing and a blizzard, and now it's settled, but probably an inch and a half of snow. Now it's all melting again, and now it's sunny again. So I am using some Scotch-Brite and WD and just polishing the inside of this, and then I'll spray out the inside and spray all these ports out. Let's try to get some seals on this thing. Good, how are you?
Good.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm back on the swivel valve. Hopefully till I get it back together. I don't even know where I left off last time. Putting these seals in. I just constantly be in the middle of something, get pulled off to do something else, and this last time I think it was snowing, so that makes it really, with snowing and cold, it makes it way more difficult to put seals on. Okay, now that truck's gone, I'm back. Then usually what I do, like what I did with these ones, because it's always a pain to put these back together, and you have to stretch them out to install them. So I wrap them with tape. And see how this one's, now it's shrunk back to size. See, this one's still stretched out. I usually just wrap them with tape, and after a while they'll shrink back. Sometimes you have to get like sometimes you have to use something like a piston ring compressor or something, and get them really good and squished down. But tape usually does the trick. Just taping them nice and snug. Come on. Now the fun part that's always kind of a nightmare is putting this back into the housing. So just put this compressor on here. I'm gonna let that sit on there for a while I clean up the housing, just to kind of help everything sit in the groove. So hopefully we don't screw something up. What I was talking about with these band clamps, you can use them. I always like to put a strap around too, though, if I use this type, because you got to be really careful, like you got right here on the clamp, this part here. If you're not careful, that'll get into your seal and cause a ding or screw up your seal. So just be careful if you're using that. Anyways, all right, I'll be back in a minute. By the way, I was being stupid. I can't put this seal on now. I have to slide it through the housing and then put this seal on. So this won't actually go through the board. It's way too big. So you'll see there's a cutout groove on the housing where this goes into. So I had to take this back off. All right, well, this has been compressed for a while. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. So very, very nice. Much better. Now, guess it's about time to get this thing greased up. I'm gonna want to take these caps off so I'm not making too big of a vacuum. Dang, camera ran out of battery on me. Anyways, the snap ring is back on in the ring and it's all put back together. So yeah, now I'll just have to go put it on the machine. I could air test it or whatever, but no, I think it's ready to go back on the machine. So I don't know if I'll video that or not. If I do, it'll probably just be after it's installed and run the machine, because it's just exactly the same as taking it off, just putting lines back on. And there's no way I can make a video that long. It'd just be way too long and boring. It's probably already gonna be boring enough. So anyways, that one's done, and like I said, probably just show you guys when it's put back together. So hope you guys like that one. Somebody may have to do one of these themselves, or someday might run into something. It might be helpful to know that they're a pain in the butt. So right over here, there's a lot of stuff I don't make videos on. Like the videos that I do are just a very small portion of what I do, but this is a valve off of a John Deere backhoe. It's the stabilizer valve, and it's leaking here around these seals. That's for your stabilizer lever inside your cab is what hooks to the linkage hooks to these. And then it had some leaks on some of these O-rings, so Just gonna take these out, pull everything apart. First I'm gonna clean it, obviously. Spray it off, clean it, and then I'm gonna take this apart and reseal this valve. So it's a valve resealing day. Nice weather today though. But this I didn't video. Like I said, I didn't video taking this out of the machine. I could only barely fit this was another John Deere engineering failure, because these bolts, to get to there's a nut on the back of them. Instead of tacking those bolts or making it threaded, there's a nut you have to get to on the back, and you can't get your head or hardly get your arms up in there. And the thing was dripping oil on me the whole time, and the camera would have just got covered in oil, so I didn't video it. Anyways, holy moly, this thing has some problems. But I just wanted to show you guys my swivel valve is fixed. No trail of oil behind this, underneath this thing. New swivel installed.